My dear friend, today the topic of our lecture is DC generator. It is a very important machine and all the fundamentals are included in this machine for how to generate AC, how to generate DC. Actually, the DC generator generates AC, but with the help of commutator, we finally produce DC voltage and current. So now in the diagram we see that there is a magnetic field and a coil ABCD is rotating in the magnetic field. There are four positions 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0 and 2 it is 0 degree and 180 degree, 1 and 3 is 90 degree and 270 degree. When coil is at 0 and 180 degree, the motion of the coil is parallel to the flux, therefore flux cut is 0 and induced EMF in the coil is also 0. But when the coil position comes to 1 and 3, that is 90 degree and 270 degree, then the motion of the coil is perpendicular to the direction of the flux, therefore the flux cut is maximum and the induced voltage in the coil is also maximum. So we will have to remember this four position, two position 0 and 180 degree, the 0 voltage, and 90 degree and 270 degree is maximum peak. The one is positive peak and another is negative peak. When the coil side AB is near to the north pole, the current is flowing from A to B. But when this side goes to south pole, near south pole, the current will flow from B to A. In the same coil, once it will go from A to B, and another polarity when change it will go from B to A. So this produces the alternating quantity EMF, or when the circuit is closed, the current will flow through the load. Actually, we see that alternating quantity is being generated by the DC generator, but there is a commutator which ultimately converts the alternating quantity into direct quantity, which by diagram I have seen here. This is the alternating quantity before the commutator, and this is the direct quantity EMF and current after the commutator. So commutator works like a rectifier. Commutator works like a rectifier in DC generator. Now the DC generator works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. When coil is moved in a magnetic field, the EMF is induced in the coil. This is the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Now the formula, and one thing is more, that the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. DC machine, DC generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this diagram explains how the alternating quantity is being produced in the coil when the coil cuts the magnetic field. The generated EMF EG. Generated EMF EG is phi Z NP by 60 into a volt, where phi is the flux per pole, Z is the total number of conductor on the armature, N is the speed of the coil in RPM, and P is the number of pole. A is the parallel path on the armature. So now we have to see flux cut per coil per revolution. Flux cut per coil per revolution is phi p Weber. फ्लक्स कट पर कॉइल पर रिवॉल्यूशन, एक कॉइल के द्वारा एक रिवॉल्यूशन में जो फ्लक्स कट होगा दैट इज 5 p Weber. That is 5 p Weber. Now there is a 5 Pn by 60. This is the flux cut per coil per revolution per second. Per coil per revolution per second. The flux cut is 5 Pn by 60 Weber per second. This is the 5 Pn by 60 Weber per second. So EMF generated by the per coil per revolution, EMF generated by per coil per revolution is 5 Pn beta 60 volt. This is 60 volt. Now we have to find the generated voltage per path of the armature. Finally, we have to find out the EMF generated per path of the armature. The EMF generated by per coil per revolution per path. EMF generated per path. EMF generated per path, not per coil, per path. EMF generated per path is equal to phi Z and P beta 60 into A. Phi Z and P beta 60 into A, where Z by A is conductor per path, number of conductor per path. Z is total number of conductor and Z by A is the number of conductor per path. So this much volt is being generated per path of the DC generator. So this is the main formula, where n is the revolution per minute and n by 60 is the revolution per second. N is revolution per minute, n by 60 is revolution per second. Now some important facts. A is in a parallel path. For lap wind, A is equal to P, means the number of paths on the armature is equal to number of poles. For lap wind, number of paths and number of poles are equal. But for wave wind, A is equal to 2. There is only 2 parallel paths on the armature for wave wind of the armature coil. So these two conditions, some changes the formula as per the winding of the armature. Now some few facts we have to understand about the DC generator. This is a small machine. So in a small DC generator, a small machine, the coil is rotating and magnetic flux remains stationary. Therefore, the induced EMF in the coil is known as dynamically induced EMF. But in the big machines, big generators, the coil remains stationary and the field is rotating itself. In the big generator, the big AC generator, the coil is stationary and field is rotating itself. This is the change between the small machines and the big machine, large machine. Now, this works on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. This is the final formula, Z, phi Z and P beta 60 into A. Now, we have to see that when the flux is fixed, when the magnetic field is constant, then the generated EMF is directly proportional to the speed of the coil. At constant magnetic field, the EMF generated in the coil is directly proportional to a speed or RPM of the coil. And the three factors is very essential, that is magnetic field, presence of magnetic field, presence of coil or conductor, and presence of speed. The three factors constitute the production of induced EMF, and when the coil circuit is closed, the current is flowing through the load from L to N. It is the commutator which manages the current to flow always from L to M. This is the field. Now there is some demerit that due to the brush and commutator there is a spark produced here, and it requires more and more maintenance. The machine requires more and more maintenance. Another fact, the DC generator produces energy in the form of current. The DC generator produces energy in the form of current. So the variable loss, that is iron copper loss, also increases. The total loss, that is iron loss and copper loss and all loss increases, and therefore the efficiency of the machine becomes low. Efficiency of the generator, DC generators becomes low due to the losses, because the energy produced in the DC generator is in the form of current. In the form of current, and the variable loss is proportional to the square of the current. So today the formula has already been derived. Now in the next class we will see the type of DC generator. The type of DC generator is according to the field coil connected with the armature. According to the field coil connected with the armature, we name the three types of DC generator. One is DC series generator, DC shunt generator, and DC compound generator. So as per the field coils are connected, when connected in series with the armature, it is series DC generator. When connected across in the parallel with the armature field coil, it is called shunt DC generator. And when they connected in series and shunt both, series and parallel both, it is called compound DC generator. So in the next class we will discuss about the type of generator. Today we have already discussed that this main formula, how this came. Zp is the flux cut per coil per revolution in Weber, and 5Pn by 60, it is the flux cut per coil per revolution per second. This is in Weber per second, so this is the volt. The EMF generated is 5Pn by 60 volt. Now per path we will multiply by Z by A. We will multiply by Z by A, which is the total number of conductors per path. So Z by A, when we multiply by Z by A, this it gives the voltage generated by the per path, or voltage generated by the DC generator. So this final formula, phi ZNP by 60 into A, this is the final formula for Eg. Now Eg is greater than the terminal voltage because there is some voltage drop in the generator. When we add the voltage drop with the terminal voltage, then we get the generated voltage. Generated voltage is always greater than the terminal voltage in the DC generator. But this generated voltage becomes back EMF in case of DC motor. In case of DC motor, this works as back EMF of the motor. In the DC generator, it is the generated voltage by the generator. So now this DC generator concept is very clear. There is no doubt anywhere in it. How the formula derived, how what was the main things is the flux cut per pole, per coil per revolution. एक कॉइल के द्वारा एक रिवॉल्यूशन में कितना फ्लक्स कट हो रहा है, उसके बाद फ्लक्स कट per revolution per second, n by 60 multiplied by n by 60, n is the revolution per minute, n by 60 is the revolution per second. So Weber per second gives the volt. Weber per second is equal to volt. So we get here the generated voltage. Now per path we multiply Z by A. Z by A is the total number of conductors per path. So this is giving the generated voltage per path by the DC generator. This is okay. Thank you very much. Now the type of DC generator will be explained in the next class. Thank you very much.